Hi guys. I said I would make a video for a Naver pop-up dictionary. I don't know how interested people are, but I did get a comment. At least one person I know is, and I think this is a wonderful tool. And so even though I'm lazy and I have other things, I wanted to get this video done and out there just in case it helps someone. So Naver pop-up dictionary. Pop-up dictionaries, if you haven't used them in the past to learn foreign languages, I've been studying foreign languages since about the year 2000-ish. I don't know exactly when I got into German. Maybe around 2000, probably maybe right before or after. And pop-up dictionaries have been around since then. I didn't know them about them at first. And maybe you don't know now even. Of course, technology back then was, we had the internet, but it was not what it is now. um, so I use paper dictionaries, and I kind of had a set up on my desk to try to make things as efficient as possible. I would want to have two dictionaries, one small dictionary, kind of a pocket type thing, and then a big dictionary. And I would definitely, when I encountered a word in my book, I would go right to that small dictionary first. Unless I expected the word was hard to find. Then I would go to the big dictionary. But basically, the small dictionary was faster to find words, just a few seconds faster, but still faster. And that was the way I made things more efficient. And then I had my notebook where I wrote stuff down. So I would, when I found a word, I would check my notebook. Like, wait, did I look this up already? Because you forget stuff like so fast until it gets into your long-term memory, which takes forever. Anyway, so pop-up dictionaries make that hassle speed up that by dramatically. And this add-on is the first one that I found that I'm happy with for Korean. And Japanese has had Rikai-sama or Yomi-chan, and I think maybe some other ones that are really excellent and wonderful. And so I don't know. I guess I'm spoiled. And without that in Korean, I was just ready to kind of throw in the towel for Korean and just maybe come back to Korean later. But I discovered this add-on. Now you can see before first thing, how do you get it? Let's see. This is not Google. Why is it Microsoft? I got to change that. There's Google. You want Google? Okay. Naver dictionary extension. There are two pop up. I think we want the scary Hangul one. Let me see, what's this? What happens here? Okay, this is a little different. Yeah, so you highlight it and then look up a Naver dictionary, and then it probably opens up the website. This is definitely not what we want. Might be handy if if we didn't have a different option, but we do. So let's go back. Go to the scary Hangul one. And of course, you want to click this button here to add it. I don't know, Esa, Sakje, whatever. It says double click dictionary, and then it shows the pop up. That's more or less what you get. Yeah, don't know, unknown word, double click, and then this pops up, and you can see. I guess it's, of course, for everything for made in Korea, it's made for Koreans primarily, but thank goodness they didn't completely forget about non-Korean speakers when they designed this, and this works really well for the rest of us. So you go ahead and add it, and then it adds, see this right here? This black icon, you can small one here. If left click it, then it's like a little search bar. Komsek, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming to search. Komsek, and then Sol Chung over here. That's settings. So left click that, and then settings come up. And I had this add-on before, and I know I did because it was already in my browser before I rediscovered it. And I didn't get very far with this. And it's a huge part of that is just as a beginner in Korean, you look at this and you think, oh God. But yeah, but this browser has this option to translate. And you translate it, and that becomes a lot better. It's still not great because the translation is a little weird. See, how to pre-select a setting for how to load a dictionary from a page. Right. Double click. Okay, now that means how to look up a word that you don't know, because you can kind of get that from the context. Even bad English goes a long way. So double click and then searching word when you drag a word. Drag probably means highlight. Let's bring this back. Show original. It doesn't work on this page. We can't look it up. Well, we can copy and paste it for later. Homesick. Huh. I guess I'm just getting curious, but this is off topic. I don't know. You guys probably don't care. I want to know why drag. Why did it translate to drag instead of highlight? Okay, so searching when you drag a word, highlight. You definitely want that checked. This is without this whole double. If you only double click words, then you'll find it. I'll show you why in a minute. That doesn't work so well for you. It's good. It works great until it doesn't. So you definitely want drag. If you want the Control Alt, I don't. The less key clicks, the better. Shortcuts. I haven't. I just noticed this, so I haven't tried this out. Listen to pronunciation. That sounds really cool. I like listening to pronunciation. If you could do it automatically, and then if you could instead of having to highlight a word, you could use a key to just kind of go to the next word and have the computer read it to you step by step, showing definitions. That would be so cool. That is. Anyway, so then you go down here and you see, I have it set at 140%, the obviously font size, letter size, font size. I like the 140. I might try it. Maybe go up even bigger. I'm not sure. Is it the biggest? Okay. Can't go bigger. Yeah. All right. So I like it at the biggest, 140. And now let's pull up a Korean page. Okay. All right, so we have a Korean page, and this is Harry Potter. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter as much as I used to be. I just love fantasy, and I just did a quick search to find something with an article about fantasy. This popped up. I guess it's not all Harry Potter. It's all just a mixture of fantasy stuff. I might read this. The Princess Bride. Oh, that was a good movie, but I haven't seen it in a million years, so. Willow. Oh my God. Wow. Anyway, so if you double click, then it pops up, right? So you can just, this makes it so you can read stuff that's way above your level, and it's really convenient, even if you're reading stuff about your level, just a few unknown words. It's really easy, but if it's above your level, then you can look up every word. Like it's just way above your level, but you don't, but you're a beginner, so finding interesting beginner material is really hard to do. So I think it's a lot more interesting to jump into stuff that's way over your head and just kind of wing it. And the pop-up dictionary makes that work so well. So just double clicking works until it doesn't. Here, this is where it doesn't work. You're just like, what is that? And of course, if you don't read the Korean, then you have no idea. You just kind of, to me, it's like an error message, but I don't really know. However, with the highlight, this looks like a grammatical possessive modifier. Then now it pulls up. That's not a conjugation per se. That is, that's just grammar. Yeah, I don't know how the distinction is a little fine. I think it'd be nice if the pop-up dictionary could kind of figure things out, kind of like truncate or chop off words until it found something and then pulled it up for you. That would be nice, but it doesn't do that. Yeah. So you got to have this highlight thing, or you kind of don't go very far. And I didn't know about that. I'm positive I didn't know about that because I got the settings screen just intimidated me way too much, or I just kind of gave up. Too bad, right? So what can you do if you want to save stuff for later studying? Some other pop-up dictionaries for other languages, such as Japanese, and I'm finding out with Chinese, I was expecting it and seeing it, make it very easy. You basically just would press a key, or it might automatically just save all the words you look up. Naver, unfortunately, was not made by like a hobby or a language, like a student of languages per se. So a lot of these people, they make these add-ons because they themselves want to use them, but Naver, not so much. They're just a big company, and so, but it's still not that bad. You would just do this. I'm just gonna. That's a Control C. See, I have this up on my gaming keyboard. So F1 is copy, F2 is paste, and I'm putting it into my spreadsheet because that's how Flashcards Deluxe likes me to do it. Anki, you would just put it into Anki, whatever. So I like it like I do it. You can see these words I looked up before. It's Girls' Generation. Lyrics. I guess the big reason why I'm studying Korean is because K-pop music is, anyway, the girls are hot and I love it. I love watching the videos. So, and I like foreign languages. If I wasn't a foreign language nerd, then that would not be enough. It's not like, oh gosh, but I am a foreign language nerd. So, to me, that's a good reason to study the language. Yeah. And then, so that's the definition. Then this is kind of an example. This is not really a sentence, but they'll give sentences a lot. And I can put the sentence wherever I want to. I like to put it here. And I'll import this later. I'm not going to import this actually because I actually already have this word. I looked it up recently. It must be very common. I've only been looking up words for 2 nights and already took them. So that's the great thing. When you start reading material that you're interested in, like stuff, I guess for fantasy or whatever, it's just a lot of words. They just start repeating, and you're engaging native material and reading it, and using this kind of a tool to make things go efficient. And it's great. It's just a wonderful feeling. So this is the add-on, yeah. And I hope this is helpful. If you don't already have, if you've never tried a pop-up dictionary, definitely give it a try. And then go on. You can use it for obviously anything that you can pull up in the browser. You should be able to use it for. Sorry, I hit the microphone. You should be able to use it for reading books also, but you got to get the books into the browser, and that's kind of a trick. For Japanese, what I would typically do is I would actually, someone wrote like an add-on to, or like a script to make text files into HTML files, and then I would pull it up that way, but that's kind of not the best way, because then it's hundreds of pages long, and then of course as you read it, you don't read it all at once. You come back later and you have to lose your spot. So I'm looking for better options, but I'm just getting started, and I'm very excited about this. And I expect to be using this to read books in a browser, and I'm probably not going to use links so much in the future, because this dictionary is so much better, and it's so much faster, and it's so much more trustworthy than this crowd dictionary. I love Steve Kaufman, and I love the idea that he has with this, but there's just a couple shortcomings with this. Number one is that it costs money. That's a shortcoming. But I understand. He said in an interview, of course, they hire programmers to update things, and it's expensive to maintain this whole service. So unfortunately, they have to charge what they do. But look at this. There's just, I guess, and part of it's just, I guess, because Steve, he's a wonderful language learner, but he isn't not into Anki or studying word lists too much. So that's not so this being able to like do this is not something he's so interested in. I suspect that's why. I don't know. Anyway, but this is the problem. I can't highlight anything. Now what you can do is you click on it, and how it's here now, you can look it up. Oh, I didn't like it. I still didn't like it. Pong. It's just, see, it's one. That doesn't do it. Anyway, you can copy. If it's a word, copy, then paste it. And then look it up there. There might be a keystroke you can do, hotkey or something that make it to do it faster, but that's not so bad. And most words are more than one word anyway. Maybe later I'll double check. Let's see. What else can you do?
덤블도어가 덤블도어에게
I want to get a
그걸.
word. Google. It's not the best word, but well, let's do it. Cool. Oh God, not that again.
해리가
Whoop,
잠깐은
just want to go next page. All right. Chamkan for a moment. That's what, gosh, Chamkan. I know I've looked up Chamkan before, but just not Chamkan Nun. The Un. Me and Link, not the best of friends. Now they have this pop-up dictionary. I'm pretty sure it's like goodbye Link. Before I had this pop-up dictionary, then there wasn't, this Link was my only go-to for the closest thing to a pop-up dictionary. But now I have this. It's like forget Link. I'm just gonna organize my material somehow. And it's kind of nice that Link does organize your reading material very nicely, and a few other things it does. But in terms of the experience of reading with its colors and the each word being separate. Anyway, let's see, what can you do? Yong Sajon. I don't know what that means. Maybe someone in the comments can easily. Yong Sajon. Taki. Anyway, but you can play with it. But this is in a nutshell. There's some more. I thought you could kind of pull up click on the Naver web on a something in here, and then I thought you could get Naver the website to pull up really quickly and easily. I don't know what that. I'm not sure if that's like a word list. Save it for later. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. But I'm going to end the video here. I think this is definitely enough for anyone to get started using the pop-up dictionary. And please try it. If you're learning the language, this is so good. It's so good. You can just read stuff that's much more difficult than your ability. It's still hard as hell, but it makes it manageable, and that's what you need, because you really want to just read something that's interesting to you, like song lyrics for me, maybe, or news articles, or just anything, just like short stories. I don't know, blogs. Yeah. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.